Let me first introduce to you our project ICs for Piermont Grant, Terry, William, Jason, and Angie. Maybe you guys want to say hi?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This is William.
Hi.
Okay, Terry will be sharing with you the 3 crucial factors that make Piermont Grant the top-selling executive condominium during the circuit breaker. So more about Terry. Terry is an associate district director in OrangeTee and Thai. Starting his real estate career since 1995, Terry is an ACTA certified and CPD course trainer that specializes in executive condominium policies and eligibility schemes. And his continuous sharing of his invaluable experience and expertise to many real estate professionals has won him the OrangeTee's coveted award for Most Outstanding Trainer of 2019. After which, we will also be hearing about space planning and maximization from Rest and Relax. They will use various Piermont Grant floor plans on how you can comfortably fit in your family without having to cater for a bigger budget to own a larger space. Wilson Tay is the co-founder of Rest and Relax Interior Design, and he brings along with him over 20 years of experience to share with you how you can do this. As this is a webinar, for those of you who have questions about Piermont Grant that you'd like to inquire about, do key in your questions in this chat room, and we'll have our expert panelists to answer all your queries. So without much further ado, let's bring on Mr. Terry Yao. Over to you, Terry.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Terry. Today, I'm going to be the presenter for Piermont Grant. 3 crucial factors that make Piermont Grant the top-selling executive condominium during circuit breaker. Synopsis: future transformation to Punggol District. 3 unique selling points where I'll be covering, and the best buy units in Piermont Grant. Why buy into Punggol? Now, for those that have bought or own a property in Punggol, congratulations to you. And those who have bought properties in Piermont Grant, a big congratulations to you. Because why? Because Punggol is undergoing a huge, massive transformation. And those that are still waiting, still undecisive, whether to buy a property in Punggol, let me share with you now. The future is bright for Punggol. It's happening. Punggol Town in the process of transformation. The up and coming Punggol District, the Digital District, the new Punggol Town Hub, and the Punggol Regional Sports Center, and not forgetting the Punggol Coast MRT Station. Now, Punggol MRT Station is the last of the Northeast Line, last station of the Northeast Line, but they are going to extend another station to Punggol Coast MRT stations, connecting the community staying at Punggol North. The price is right. Private condo versus executive condominium. You know, buyers always like to compare. They're undecided whether should I buy a private condo or should I buy an EC. Later I share with you. And the lowest entry price to buy an EC. Okay. The ownership is tight. You see, not everyone's eligible. They can buy into an EC. Desired by many, owned by few. Okay, the future is bright. Let's go. Punggol. Look at the aerial map, the satellite map of Punggol. You can see that Punggol, there are many plots of undeveloped lands. And currently, the Punggol Digital District, they're going to be built around here. Okay, later I'll share with you what is the size of Punggol Digital District. Punggol Digital District is the next generation smart and integrated district. Okay, it brings together the Singapore Institute of Technology. That means the 5th university that's going to be built. The campus is going to be built in Punggol, and JTC is a business park spaces within Punggol now to create Singapore's first truly smart district. Smart, ladies and gentlemen. It will not just house the key growth industries of the digital economy like cybersecurity and digital technology, but will also be an elusive and green lifestyle destination for the surrounding community. The master planner and developer is none other than JTC. Then what about the architect? The architect is Woha Architects. They are renowned for their developing a unique integrated landscape, architecture, and urbanism that can improve quality of life within high-density environments. They are the multiple international award architectural firm. Punggol Coast MRT station, up and coming, right, is a civic commons, a public space beside the new Punggol Coast MRT station that brings commuters together in the heart of Punggol North. And then you have the Singapore Institute of Technology. Okay, or these are the artist's impression. And you can see that the campus boulevard of the Singapore Institute of Technology. Now, JTC Business Park is on the left here and SIT is on the right. So those businesses, they can tap into the talents of SIT students, all right, to have the hands-on experience in the digital world. You have the marketplace, and then you have the heritage trail, right? This 1.3 kilometers heritage trail will connect the Punggol community to 3 parks and allow existing trees along Punggol Road to be conserved. The market village is another option, offering new retail and dining options by the water. That is Punggol Digital District. For the shoppers and diners, you have wide arrays of retail and dining options, and then your accessibility by Punggol Coast MRT station. And the heritage trail, the promenade plaza, urban farms, beside growing fresh produce for restaurants in the estate, these unused rooftops turn farms form a scenic sky garden that brings as much joy to your eyes as it does to your taste buds. Punggol Digital District, at a glance, 50 hectares of land that they are using. 50 hectares of land and creating 28,000 jobs when it's completed at the JTC Business Park. And 12,000, up to 12,000 students in SIT with 500 faculties and professional officers. So what does 28,000 employment opportunities bring, right? Of the 28,000 jobs created, you will have a very good mix of foreign expats, foreign professionals, as together with local professionals. Okay. Now, foreign professionals, when they are in Singapore, they need accommodation. So, what will happen? With the creation of 28,000 jobs, it will increase the demand of rental units in Punggol itself. Right? And for the up to 12,000 students studying in SIT, well, per year studying in SIT, some of the students may want to rent apartments and not staying in the hall. So this will indirectly boost up the rental demand. Okay, so being a proud owner or investors of properties in Punggol, this is what you are going to expect, right? Punggol Digital District, the Silicon Valley of Singapore, with exciting possibilities in the future. And another development coming up and coming by end of 2021 is the new Punggol Town Hub with hawker center and library, as well as retail outlets and dining outlets as well. Okay, the 42,300 square meters of Punggol Town Hub will be located opposite Waterway Point. It is just a short walking distance from Waterway Point and next to the upcoming Punggol Regional Sports Center, right? It will also be connected to Punggol MRT, Punggol Town Square, and Sam Kee LRT station. This is the artist's impression of the Punggol Town Hub. Ladies and gentlemen, with all these upcoming developments, how can you not buy, invest in a property in Punggol? Now, there's a Punggol Regional Library, and the library also have facilities that caters to disabled and the children with special needs. Pongo Regional Sports Center. Look at the artist's impression of the Pongo Regional Sports Center. All these are up and coming in Pongo. For those who are not familiar with Pongo, well, today I've shared this Pongo Digital District, the Pongo Town Hub, Pongo Regional Sports Center, plus the up and coming Pongo Coast MRT station. With all these transformations, right? It will improve the lifestyles of the population of the community staying in Pongo. The amenities around here, and with Piermont Grand near the heart of it all, your home is where your journey into the future begins. Pongo. Here you can see the up and coming Pongo Coast MRT station and the Pongo Digital District, which is just next to the waterfront, right? Our project, which is Piermont Grand, located here. Now, can any one of you share with me what are the projects, right? That they will have a river in front of them, a reservoir at the side of them, of the development, and then the sea behind them. See, ladies and gentlemen, Piermont Grand is one of them. And Piermont Grand is only 8 minutes walk to the MRT station. The max, it will not cross 10 minutes. From the Piermont Grand actual side, there's a side gate out, the northern side gate out. You walk all the way to the show sales gallery. It takes about 4.5 minutes. And from the sales gallery, walk all the way to the MRT station. It takes about 2.5 minutes. So this is how close Piermont Grand is. The Seletar North Link will link the residents of Pongo all the way to Yishun, Sembawang, and Woodlands. If they do not wish to travel by the TPE, which is below on your left, if you follow my cursor. Piermont Grand. Here at a glance, you can see that in front of Piermont Grand, we have the river and then the reservoir, the Pongo Reservoir, as well as the sea. And across here, the plot of land, all these at the horizon, that is Pasir Gudang, Malaysia. And Coney Island is just around here. Ubin is just the island behind. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are so close to nature. We are so close to the waterfront. And this is the drone shot by OrangeTee. You can see that the river in front again, and then the reservoir. Just from here, there's a side gate. Follow my cursor, side gate, walk out, turn to your right, and in less than 5 minutes, you will reach the Pongo Spear or the Jewel Bridge. So once you reach there, you will enjoy the scenic view. Look at the view. And all these are just within minutes walk from you. You don't have to drive your car many minutes to reach where you want to go. And here, another view. Here, you can see that some of our units will have the reservoir view. And this red part here, that is the Marina Country Club. Okay, the Pongo Cove Primary School. So our developments across to all the units, the HDB units, it's a distance away. So this is the north facing. You can see that the sea view is here. Okay, and the latest up and coming BTO, there's going to be TOP soon, is North Shore. Okay, my waterway at Pongo. Right, this is a river, and then the reservoir, and the Johor Strait, right? So as residents in Pongo will get to enjoy all these beautiful picturesque view. Okay, Piermont Grand, a development by CDL and joint venture by CDL and TID Residential Private Limited. Later, I'll just share a bit of our developers. This is the cantilever gym, if you can see on top here, and then the Lookout BBQ Pavilion, and together, this is the the gym again, and then there's a side gate. Just follow my cursor, the side gate, just walk out. Walk out from the car park, and then you'll be able to connect to my waterway at Pongo, 50 meters lap pool. The waterfalls, this is the theme. Spectacular views above, tranquil water below. That means the river on the right, and this is an infinity pool. And you have the children's play pool next to the family pool, the hills, designed for leisure, perfected for relaxation. And we come to the hills here. Okay, and now the hydrotherapy pool. In our development, we have hydrotherapy pool, family pool, children pool, lap pool. Okay, location map of Piermont Grand and site plan. I've shown you earlier the location of Piermont Grand, and now I'm going to show you the site plan. If you look at the gold color, I would say that it's something like gold color. Now these colors, these are the 5 bayders. We have 5 stacks of 5 bayders, and we have the light blue color, which are the 4 bayders. Okay, and you can see that they are having very good views of the facilities, whereby the pool, the family pool, the children pool, and then the lap pool. Okay, and we also have the premium 3 bayders, but all these 3 bayders, premium 3 bayders, has been fully sold out. We have the 3 bayders, the smaller size, the compact size 3 bayders is 840 square feet onwards. And we have the superior are the blue color here. Okay, Piermont Grand Project, brief information. The developer is Power Properties Private Limited, a joint venture between CDL Constellation Private Limited, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of City Developments Limited, and TID Residential Private Limited. Now, for some of you who doesn't know CDL, CDL is the luxury home developers. They build luxury homes in Singapore. So they brought that concept of building a luxury executive condominium to Piermont Grand. So buyers that buy into Piermont Grand, or buyers who have already bought into Piermont Grand, you are going to expect luxury homes and quality finishing. TID is the another arm for Hong Leong, and whereby TID builds luxury homes as well. So imagine 2 luxury home developers coming together, all right, and to build Piermont Grand luxury executive condominium. And the builder, very importantly, when you buy into any property, always look at the developers, because the reputation of the developers as well as the builder, because the builder is Woh Hub Private Limited. And Woh Hub, let's see, top 10 developers and top 10 contractors in the Conquest, URA Conquest, whereby they do grading of developers and contractors. The top 10 developers, CDL is among the top 10, and well, they happen to be the first. And top 10 contractors, Woh Hub, they are the number 1. So CDL and Woh Hub. So with these 2 top developers and top builder, joining hands, coming together to develop Piermont Grand, luxury homes with quality finishing assured. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, currently the construction is into its 17% stage, and expected TOP, we're looking at Q3 if the non-COVID, the COVID ends earlier, of course. By the way, for the Piermont Grand, right? I'll just give you another brief of Piermont Grand. Piermont Grand, there are 13 towers. Total number of units, 820 units. Units mix, we have 3, 4, and 5 bayders. The parking lots, 820 parking lots is 1:1 ratio. The expected TOP date for Piermont Grand is 28th of February 2023. Now, latest available units as at 11th of June 2020, 64.5% sold, ladies and gentlemen. And what we have here available, which is 291. Look at the bottom line, you can see 291 units that are available. So out of 820 units, 529 units have been sold. Then what about circuit breaker period from 7th of April all the way to today? How many units were transacted? You can see 22 units sold during circuit breaker. Why does buyers buy into Piermont Grand during this period when show flat is not available for viewing? There are reasons. Number one, they are eligible to buy. Number two, they may find that Piermont Grand, the price is low to own a condominium. Imagine the HDB 5-room flat in Punggol going for asking price 750,000. But if you add on another 150,000, you can well own an EC, a brand new EC in Piermont Grand. Okay, there are up and coming launches whereby Park Central is one of them in Tampines and Canberra Link is another one. The Fernvale Lane EC, the launch date has not been announced. The expected launch date has not been announced. Yishun Avenue 9, the tender will only close on 29th October 2020. And Tampines Street 62, which is another plot of EC land site, is under reserve list. Okay, now 2020, first quarter 2020, there were two projects being launched. In 2019, Piermont Grand was the only EC being launched. After the announcement, okay, and then we have this Ola and Park Canberra. Okay, they will launch first quarter of 2020. For Ola, the units is about 550 units, and the break-even price for them is 954. For Park Canberra, their break-even price is at 931. So the next plot that is up and coming, which is in Tampines by Hoi Hub and Sunway Development, the expected break-even is at 956, and their launch price will most likely be $1,100 in average. Now, what does it show? Why do you need a break-even and then a launch price? You see, there are a lot of costs involved in buying the land, the soft costs, the hard costs, the architectural fees, the AMP fees. The developers need to factor all these inside. So that is why we come up to an average launch price of the figures on the right-hand side. Now, for Canberra Link and Fernvale, okay, those two developments whereby they're coming, it's 1,110. Okay, so in future, and then Fernvale Lane, the expected one is 1,090. But for Piermont Grand, 820 units, break-even price at 916. Our launch price is at 1053. After COVID, developers, of course, if they want to launch their projects, if they want to sell, they are very, very careful and very cautious with their pricing. Okay, low entry price. Executive Condominium 2020 Q1. We are going to use ECs to make comparison. We're not going to use private condo for now. We're going to use ECs. Now you can see Piermont Grand on the left-hand side. Now you can see our volume was 39 units because we didn't sell, we launched our projects in 2019. Okay, and this year, now at the moment, 39 units, but you can see Park Canberra, they were launched. That's why they sold 307 and Ola sold 136. But in terms of numbers, we've sold 529. Now down here, you can see that average pricing for Piermont Grand is 1.017 million. And for Park Canberra is 1.098 million. Ola is at 1.16 million. Now do bear in mind, Park Canberra and Ola, both projects have two bidders. So that is why the average price may be pulled down a bit by the smaller units. How low is the entry price compared to private new launch? How low, right? Everybody wants to know. Buyer wants to know. Should I buy a private condo or should I buy an EC? If I'm eligible for EC, I'll go for an EC. Reason being, very simple. You can see the prices. Cheapest 3-bedroom at Piermont Grand is at 899,100. It is below 900,000 to own a 3-bedder, 840 square feet at 1070 per square foot. When you look at Riverfront, located at Serangoon, Hougang, okay? And for the 915 square feet, they are launching at 1277 per square foot. Our price difference from them is 19%, as shown in the chart. And Treasure at Tampines, right? Mega projects in Tampines. Well, Tampines location is also one of the highly popular location. Their launch price for 915 square feet is average is about 1228 per square foot. You can see the difference. Our PSF is lower than theirs. And we are 15% difference, price difference from these two projects. And if you're talking about Affinity, the Florence, the percentage goes even more. It goes even higher. So Piermont Grand is somehow considered undervalued. Brand new launch in Singapore, 3-bedroom under 1 million. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, look at the price. Number 2, desired by many, owned by few. Instead of using the pyramid, we are using A, the letter A, capital letter A, to analyze. Okay, now during launch day, because ECs, everyone know, right, is restricted by the HDB eligibility requirements. So only first timer who doesn't own a private property or who have not sold any private property in the last 30 months, they are eligible to buy a new EC, okay? And of course, there is an income ceiling, right? Income ceiling whereby MSR apply for new EC purchaser. But those who bought into new EC, when the development reaches 5 years MOP, it becomes semi-privatized. So it's called semi-controlled ownership. Because why? The owners, they can sell. The sellers, the owners, they can sell to any single Singapore citizen or any single SPR aged 21 years old and above. The HDB, the strict eligibility requirements does not apply here. It will be sold under resale and under private treaty, okay? Then people will say, oh, after 5 years, I can only sell to Singaporean and PR. Wow, that's difficult. My market segment, like very low, my market share is very low. No, it's not. Because in Punggol area, where this is a heartland area. So you see, buying properties is you buy a property where your market share is the mass market share. From who? From the HDB upgraders, from the HDB dwellers. HDB owners form one of the largest pool of buyers for all private condominiums and EC. And after 10 years, it is open. You can sell to anyone. You can sell to foreigners, you can sell to Singaporean, there's no eligibility conditions being pegged to it. So that is why. And another thing is, right, many buyers I've spoken to, they were asking, I asked them this very simple question. Can you spot the difference between a private condo and an executive condominium? You see, bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, both development, private condominium and executive condominiums, both have the same, right, private condominium communal facilities. The only difference is executive condominium, you can't sell within 5 years. You can't rent out within 5 years. You can't buy another property within 5 years. That's the only difference. But then for private condo, you see, there's another part whereby private condos, you can sell and buy. after TOP because the construction phase will take about 3 years. And so long as they pass the seller stamp duty period, they can sell. But then if you were to buy 3 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms or 5 bedrooms, most likelihood is you are going to stay. You're not going to sell after TOP. You're going to stay. You're going to enjoy the facilities. You're going to enjoy the amenities. You're going to enjoy the conveniences. Am I right? So the only difference is just the HDB restrictions. But the HDB restrictions is nothing new. Okay? Because why? Because the price, you enter at a low entry price, but everybody stayed for 5 years. Private condo stayed for 5 years. EC stayed for 5 years. And then together you put the property up for sale. Any difference? No difference. Okay? And expats who wants to buy into condo, definitely they must have good reasons to buy into a condo in Punggol, right? Now, between ECs and private condo, ECs, you do not have to pay. You are not subjected to ABSD. But for private condo, you are subjected to ABSD, number one, if you own a pre-existing property. But for EC, you are not. You are not subjected to ABSD. This is one of the strong point. This is one of the good point of buying into an EC. Now, number two, CPF housing grant. For those buyers who are eligible, whereby their income doesn't exceed $12,000, they're eligible, they can apply for CPF housing grant, and that can be used to offset in the down payment. So imagine if you're buying a 899,000 EC, a 3-bedder in Piermont Grand, you're less off the housing grant, 30K, 20,000, or even 10,000 as stated in the chart. Then in future, you can use that, for example, to take it that, well, then I'll just put it as a buyer stamp duty, correct? It's being paid for. Or you can use it in future. You can say that, hey, I'm going to make extra 30K more or 20K more or even 10K more. It depends on how you look at it, right? There are many ways in looking at things. Now, bank loan. Now, one thing about EC, right, executive condominium, if you have a pre-existing loan for your pre-existing HDB properties, you are not subjected to the second loan criteria, whereby the second property for purchase, if you have a pre-existing property and you buy a private condo, your second property loan, your second resi loan is pegged at 45%. That means you have to come out, you have to fork out 55% down payment. And not only that, you have to fork out the buyer stamp duties together with the ABSD. That amounts to a huge amount of money, right? But for EC, no. EC, you just buy an executive condominium, you place the booking fees, you pay the stamp fees, you pay the exercise fees. That's it, right? And then you just wait for progressive payment. If you opt for normal payment scheme, but deferred payment scheme, then all the payments will come in upon TOP. So that means for buyers of pre-existing HDB property, they have no fear. They don't have to worry about ABSD. They don't have to worry about upfront huge amount of outlay, cash outlay, just to buy a second property. Now, EC prices, they catch up very fast with the private condominium. Initially, during launch, you can see that the difference, 15 to 20% gap or even 30% gap. But we only compare those in District 19 and those that is in the OCR, okay? Now, when nearing to TOP, when nearing date to TOP, the price gap becomes narrow. And the best part is upon MOP, you realize that the margin, the difference is even lower at 5%. So later we're going to share with you some case studies. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you this question, okay? Ask yourself, are there more sellers or are there more buyers in the market? Ask yourself this question, are there more sellers or are there more buyers in the market? So if there are more sellers, then the price should be lower, right? the price should be, because the supplies are a lot. But then do you notice that there are more buyers than sellers? You see, for every seller, before they want to sell their property, they will always do current market analysis, competitive market analysis, right? They will also carry out comparable market analysis, the CMI, that's what I call it. They will do all this before they put a property up for sale. They will check the URA website, the sales transaction. In Singapore, we have the transparency. You are able to check the latest transacted price that has happened. So imagine after you check out the URA transacted price and you've checked out all the social medias, the advertising portals of the asking price of those units they are going to sell in your neighborhood. My one question to you, ladies and gentlemen, is when you see the URA price, for example, transacted, last unit transacted, similar size as yours, maybe a different level, transacted at 1 million. Now you want to put up your property up for sale. You want to put it up into the resale market to sell. You want to liquidate. You want to cash out on your property. My question to you is, will you sell higher than the last transacted price or lower than the last transacted price? Ask yourself this question. Now, number 3, built-in capital growth potential. Now, we're going to give you some case studies. We're using Treasure Crest. Now, Treasure Crest, everyone knows that it's in Sengkang. Let me try to get my cursor back. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to focus your eye direction, your vision to the left side, the bottom corner here. Okay, you can see 0914. Now, 0914 was transacted in November 2018. Now, this unit was transacted, right, when it was launched. So at 822,000 and in 21.6. So due to certain reasons, this unit was released back and the developers resell it. They resold it at a price of 1.184 million. If you follow my cursor down, you can see during launch, Treasure Crest 0914 sold at 822,000 and bounce out, it was resold at 1.184. It was not in the resale market, it was resold by the developer. And you can see that there's an increase of 44%. Why is the price 1,100 per square foot? It's because the prices around District 19 has gone up. Okay, now remember 44%, which equates to 362,000. Now the second case study I would like to share with you is 0331. During launch in 2016, the buyer bought at 774,000, but due to unforeseen circumstances, unable to proceed and have to forgo the purchase. Now, they've returned it back to the developer and the developer has to resold it, right, in July 21.9 at 1.181. Look at the PSF, 1098, right? That is, you can move in, but you have to pay 1098 per square foot. Look at the percentage increase, 52%. And the difference, $407,000, right? You can see, so EC will always have a built-in potential growth. Okay, now built-in potential growth, 100 pounds. Everyone knows that 100 pounds right, was sold in a week, 100%. Now you look at way back in 0114, transacted in October 2019. And now, let me just go back again. Now, 2017, the first buyer bought. The buyer bought at 794. And then what happens? It bounced out on, and then the developer resold it, and they resold it at 1083. $260 per square foot. It increased, right? And look at the percentage, 32%. 254,000 more. The buyer is have paid, or not are paying, have paid. Now we come to another example, 1219, 100 pounds. Sold in 21.7, and well, again, can't fulfill and proceed the purchase. The developer resold it, and look at the percentage. There's an increase of 37%, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so developers, when they sell property, right, they will not sell from the beginning low price and to the end lower prices. No, because from the beginning they have 100% of stock. They will sell low price just to boost the sales and increase the interest. But nearing towards the tail end, they only have limited units, and those units, they are not going to be sold at the launch price anymore. So for buyers who are still waiting, thinking that, no, the prices will drop, recession is coming, don't wait. Because even when recession occurs, you are affected. Everyone are affected. Then by that time, you may not even have the courage to proceed to buy any property because due to the uncertainty. Now, a mass market leasehold condominium, they are always gainers. Mass market condominiums made good profit in the past years, but EC units perform better than the best OCR gainers. Built-in potential growth, we are using Asperina residences, right, ladies and gentlemen. It was, okay, let me just go to the arrow again. Now, if you look at 0116, sold on October 21/8. No, why not? We don't look at this one. We go at 30 March 2018-22. This unit is a high floor unit, and it was sold. It was sold at 700 per square foot, but it bought at 503. The profits that they make is 508,000. This is the latest. This is in March. So we go to the one in December 19 here. 6 December 2019, 0817, 1066 square feet. When they bought 724 per square foot, they sold at 1182 per square foot. Their margin, their gains, $489,000. Asperina residences. So where is Asperina located? You can see they are near to Buangkok MRT station, whereby Sengkang Grand is going to come up. Is there any price difference between resale, EC, and private condominium? Well, Quartz launched in 2006, TOP 2009. Asperina residences launched in 2010 and 2013. You can see that the transaction price, right, during that period, its average is about $876 per square foot. But for Asperina, the average is $731 per square foot. The difference is 19.8%. But when they sell, Asperina residences transaction is currently 10% higher than the Quartz. Okay, and you can see that the blue arrow below, there's one unit. That's why the blue graph line dropped all the way down, because one of the units sold at $700 per square foot, because there's a bigger size unit, 2,500 square foot unit. Okay, so there's only one typical unit. Now we come to building growth. PRIVE. PRIVE is in Punggol. If we want to compare, we compare with Punggol. Punggol itself, because Punggol got a few executive condominiums. Now PRIVE just gotten their MOP done, expired, and now they are into the resale market. Now for PRIVE, you look at this unit, 1516, bought at 721, now sold at $1,000 per square foot. And then below, you can see that there are other units that sold above 1,000 per square foot. These are resale, all right? The resale unit, they've stayed for 5 years, right? And their profit margin, their gains, look at it, ladies and gentlemen, $315,000, $300 over $1,000. So ECs will always have the built-in potential growth, right? Treasure versus PRIVE, Treasure Trove versus PRIVE. If you look at the map on the right-hand side, you can see that both are near to MRT station. And Treasure Trove is nearer to Punggol MRT station. PRIVE is walking distance. Same thing, is about less than 8 minutes walk to the Punggol MRT station. Now look at the prices, right? 2011, both were launched, and 676 per square foot PRIVE, because it was an EC, right? An average for a Treasure Trove private condominium. The difference between these two projects, 26% difference. But when it comes to sale, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to sale, PRIVE transactions, if you look at the left-hand side, is 13% lower than a Treasure Trove transaction. That means the number of transactions. But when it comes to profit, 0618 is facing the HDB blocks, the buildings, right? It was both quite close, identical sizes, 1055 and 1044 square feet. 1106 for Treasure Trove, this is a pool-facing unit, higher floor than the PRIVE unit. The profit margin, as you can see, the transacted 1.035 million, but for Treasure Trove is 1.250. In terms of profit margin, in terms of percentage, PRIVE is 20% higher than Treasure Trove. So now start by units, we have 3 bedders from 899,000, 3 bedroom superior, 992,000. So all these are below 1 million. Then what about the 4 bedders? The 4 bedders, the lowest we have is 1.367280. The 5 bedders, 1.5 million. Ladies and gentlemen, look at what I'm going to show you now. Treasure at Tampines, 4 bedders, the lowest price is 1.534 million. Okay, at 1239 per square foot, it's a 1238 square feet size. That's a 4 bedder for Treasures at Tampines. Now we look at riverfront residences, the 4 bedders. I'm using only the level 2 to make comparison, to make comparable, to let you know EC is a good buy or private condo is a good option. Okay, now when you come to 4 bedder 0242, 1410 square feet, is 1.760, 1.76 million at 1248 per square foot. But now, ladies and gentlemen, look at Piermont Grand. Piermont Grand 0201, 1.35, 1,356 square feet. The selling price 1,367,280. PSF 1,008. So, ladies and gentlemen, work your maths, work it out yourself, calculate. If you're eligible to buy an EC, EC should be your top choice. And then for private condominium, if you prefer the to sell, you want to sell after TOP, well, you can. Then go for private condos. But do bear in mind, any buyers who bought into 3 bedders, 4 or 5 bedders, they are not there to flip because you can't flip, right? You can't, because the first 3 years is construction. Then after that, you get the keys. It's either you flip, but your margin may not be so high. You need to let the property, you need to hold on longer a bit, then you can see the profit margin. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay, the show unit video, I'm going to show it to you. If you do have any questions, please feel free to type inside the chat, the question, and our panelists will be able to answer all your questions. And if not, later after this session, after the rest and relax presentation, you can ask the questions. I'm going to show you the video of Piermont Grand. Just hang on a second, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy Piermont Grand, the 3-bedroom show unit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I ended my presentation, and I really appreciate that every one of you have take your precious lifetime to attend this webinar, Piermont Grant webinar, the 3 factors why Piermont Grant is the top-selling ECs during COVID circuit breaker, pardon me. And in summary, I would like to share is, number 1, Piermont Grant is EC is the low entry price you can buy. We have a low entry price with a low budget, and it is designed by many, but owned by few. It's prestigious. Not everyone can own an EC, and you have a built-in growth potential for while owning an EC, and then stay, and then when you sell, there's still a growth potential. Because why? Your target market is those HDB dwellers, the HDB upgraders, right? And here, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll pass the session to Raymond Lam again.
All right, thank you, Terry, for the detailed sharing. We hope that all of you have gained some knowledge, not only about Piermont Grant, but also getting to know Pongo and its character and advantages. Now, let's bring on our second speaker for the day, Mr. Wilson Tay from Rest and Relax. Over to you, Wilson.
Hi, thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you so much. Very good afternoon to everyone, and thanks for OrangeTee to invite Rest and Relax Interior for this sharing section. All right, actually, I have studied this Peirmont Grant, the layout, plan, and design, and I think that as an ID, right, I think this project have a very nice layout. Basically, most of the room, right, we can be able to put the queen size, and in fact, the master bedroom, we can put the king size. So actually, we have done out a few designs to share with everyone here. So to share with one, right, everyone that roughly how much you're going to spend to done out a renovation interior design for EC, and also what is the thing that to take note. All right. Okay, so basically Rest and Relax have been started in 2000 years. Today mark our 20 years in the market, and also we are a company in Singapore provide a lifetime warranty. Means that if today you are a customer of Rest and Relax, we actually provide a lifetime warranty in all the hardware, the runner, and all these carpentry work. All right, so it will be a lifetime warranty for all the hardware. And also we are 100% insurance bond company. Means that if anything happened to Rest and Relax, and the insurance company will pay back the deposit for everyone. So basically, this is me, co-founder of Rest and Relax, and I got 5 kids, 1 boy, 4 girls. Just as I mentioned, I'm here, right? Wow, EC have so many good choice, all right? But too bad my son, my elder son is 20 years old. So hopefully, yeah, I think it's a very good investment for entry level. You know, I think it's good. All right, and we are also, Rest and Relax is also a RCMA member. Means that we are actually a renovation contractor material associate. It's actually a non-profit associate in Singapore who provide renovation. So if let's say in case in future you face any problem in renovation, right, you can actually look for RCMA for help. So this is my co-partner, Mr. John Fu. We have been in business for more than 20 years. All right, so this is some of our design proposed for this Peirmont Grant here. All right, you can take a look at this floor plan, right? It's basically a 3-bedroom, okay? So I think this layout is good is because it's very squarish, all right? For the design you see from here, right? This design only costs you roughly how much? I want to make a guess. From what you see from this photo, right? The proposed design. Okay, basically this design, right? We actually estimate the cost is around at 15,000, all right? That included a wallpaper at your living area, and also a nice TV cabinet, and also this study area and a master bedroom. So you can see that the feel for this house, right, is the very modern floor that we use a very nice wallpaper, and this very cozy color. In fact, for this EC, right, most of the carpentry are done up. So as an ID job, right, all we need to do is just to enhance and bring out the coziness of the house. Okay, so basically, if you are people that are going to stay, maybe for invest plus staying, right, you can consider maybe to spend around 15,000 for this unit like that. All right, so this is slightly a bigger unit. Same thing, we have the entrance come in, right? You can actually have a shoe rack there, and you can see that we have this this TV area, and we can take a look at this bedroom 1, right? And this bedroom 3 and 2, right? Is able to squeeze in a queen size bed. This is a very good size for this EC, all right? And because it's all is very squarish, it's very good for design. So for this type of concept, you can take a look at this master bedroom, right? We actually create a very cozy effect, and we have this wallpaper already down there, right? So for this, estimate cost is around 20K, around there. And you can take a look at this bedroom 2, right? We create actually a kids room with a pink color of the feature wall down there, all right? So this is actually more on the modern color that we use a bit of red color. All right, so for this design, estimate cost will be around at 20K. All right, so this is another type of layout plan. It's the same thing, it's a 3-bedroom, whereby this one is a bit different. We actually done up a long dash of design, this cabinet for people that need to have more cabinet storage on your living area. So you can take a look, we actually done up all the way from the entrance. And we have this hide-in dining area that you can fit in to hide it out, okay? And you can take a look for this one, the size of this master bedroom, right, can be actually using this king size bed. Wow, that is very wonderful. Not much EC can squeeze in the king size bed, but for this project, Peirmont Grand, right, their layout is big and they can actually squeeze in a king size bed. And you can take a look at the rest of the bedroom 2 and bedroom 3, that is very nice also. You can actually put in also a queen size bed. So for this design, roughly it'll cost you around at 25K, around 25K. So this is the design that actually we have more built in, that you can take a look at from the bedroom 2, right? You actually have this loft bed that we create a loft design on this bedroom. So this is good for those youngsters, that you have teenage around 14 to 16 years old. It's good to have a big platform bed inside the house. And you can take a look for the dining area that we create a mirror effect to make the house look brighter and bigger. And I think Peirmont Grand got a very good advantage that you have a very big balcony, all right? The big balcony at the living area, all right? Later on, I will share with you, right, what can you done up to fully use this balcony area. So this cost around 40K, all right? And what you see here included this kids room, the master bedroom, the dining, and also this bedroom 2. So we have this design, right, for this 5-bedroom, all right? Actually, for design for house, right, in 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom or 5-bedroom, you are able to design something 20 to 25,000. There's no problem at all right? So for this concept, right, you can take a look that we actually done up the master bedroom with a very nice wallpaper on the gray color. And we can actually advise the owner to buy the loose item for the bed and the side table also. And you can take a look at the living area, right? We actually done a very nice feature wall all the way to the ceiling, and also a TV cabinet there. So this thing, right, the 25,000 will include your master bedroom and also your living and also your shoe rack and your study area. All right, so this one will estimate will cost you around at 25,000. So this is another, the design is more a bit like Scandi, something more woody and bright. There you can take a look at the master bedroom. They done up a very nice concept with a side table. And also for this bedroom junior master, right, we're having this loft bed where you can actually have a wardrobe below. And we have a long shoe cabinet for all the ladies that you can actually put on your shoe. And we done it a small little seater there so you can break the shoe rack design and also the TV area. So for this design, right, estimate cost will be around at 35,000. Okay, so I'm going to share with you in terms of how can we actually maximize all the space when you design the house. So basically, these are some of the tips that we can share with everyone. So this is actually a built-in dining area. So sometimes if let's say you got guests come, right, you can actually fill up this dining area, you can actually keep on the cabinet. All right, so this is also the one that actually can actually keep it on the TV area. It's called a pull-up table. So this is actually a flip-down bed that actually sometimes you don't need to actually, you need more space, right? Then you can actually done up a fit-up bed or your living area. And of course, when you don't use, right, you become a study area. So of course, space planning is very important because the designer will able to help you to design a very proper area to have a proper place to use. So this is actually a spare room whereby the owner actually just for mahjong, you know. So if let's say they have this guest of a family member come to their house, right, then you'll become a bedroom, all right? So this is actually a queen size bed. So for this Peirmont Grand, right, the bedroom are able to design like that, something like that. That we actually have a platform with a study area with this drawer, and also in front of this bed, right, you can actually achieve a full height cabinet. So this design can fit in all the Peirmont Grand this bedroom, all right, because the bedroom the good size, so you can see you can actually done up everything inside. Yeah, I believe if your daughter you know, have her own room to be pink, I think she will be happy. Yeah, this is for big family that we actually have 7 people staying inside the house. So there's 2 boys and 2 girls. So we design this way that we actually have platform bed for 2 boy and the 2 girls to sleep together. All right. So it's actually designed, and you can see that this room size, right, is much more smaller than the grander this Piermont Grand. All right. So it should be bigger. If let's say you have buy this unit, right, when you do this design, right, the space will be bigger than what you see from here. All right. And of course, like I mentioned, right, for this project, they have a very nice balcony outside. So if let's say you have to rest and relax outside, you have the wine with a wife, heart-to-heart talk, right, you can create, you know, outdoor with this kind of cozy feel. All right, just like I mentioned about this big balcony, right? As you know that balcony, we can actually, if the MCSD allowed to put the jeep track, right? So we can actually jeep track this area, right? And you can fully utilize. Some people, they use it for the dining area and also for study area. Some even become a bed sleeping area, all right? It depends, you're using 100%, 70% or 50% of those material that you're going to use for the jeep track for this balcony area. All right, so this is some of the small little tips that I'm going to share, right? This is called a door sealer that you can actually put it on your this toilet area and also your this lobby area when you wash the floor, right, the water won't go inside your house. It's called a door sealer. All right, and we have this laundry rack, right? It's nice and it's very usable and using solar heat to actually dries up our clothes. So I think it's very good to put it on your kitchen yard area. All right, so today we have a good news for all the owners here, right? Okay, today we are actually very happy to work with OrangeTee. As today, right, we have a good news to share with everyone that we can actually help everyone, right, to customize your house, right, below 20,000 just for this consumer talk, all right? For this consumer, this Peirmont Grand today, this webinar, right? Rest and Relax are supporting OrangeTee and everyone here, right, to customize a design at only 20,000 below, all right? Regardless your 3-room, 4-room, or 5-room, we can do it for you below 20,000. And the most important thing, right? All the price will lock until TOP, right? Means that 2023 February, right? The price will be the same, all right? The price will be the same. And the most important, right? We also give you a free device checking on your TOP day, all right? So this is all the good deal that for all our homeowners today, all right? So this is all for you all. And for only OrangeTee for this webinar today. All right, so what you need to do, so just please get this special voucher from your OrangeTee agent, all right, and fill on your name and submit to us, all right, and we will guarantee you below 20,000 and the price will lock down the TOP, and the most important, right, we'll still give you a free home system for your living area, all right, a free home system. Okay, so this is to support our OrangeTee event today and also for everyone, all right? So have a good day and happy buy. All right, thank you very much. Go back to Raven. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wilson, for the sharing. We hope that all of you have picked up some tips on space planning and maximization. I think, Wilson, I'm going to give you a call later to get some ideas from you already. All right, so we do have come to our Q&A session. We have some questions that are being asked in the chat room. So perhaps, Terry, we could just run through a few of them.
Yes, I'm back. I'm here.
Yeah. All right. So there is a question. Who are the buyers that usually buy ECs after their MOP?
Okay, if you're looking at the buyers that buy into Piermont Grand, right? We've seen a lot of those buyers staying around Punggol itself. Those have stayed here and they like the environment. And then we also have buyers from Sengkang and Hougang area. And then we have buyers from Pasir Ris as well. Those who are staying nearby, they come to Piermont Grand. And of course, a lot of them, initially, they are not aware of their transformation. After our agents have shared with them, then it convinced them to buy into Piermont Grand.
So I think executive condominiums caters to everybody all over Singapore. It doesn't matter where you stay.
Yeah, correct.
I think, yeah,
all over
it
Singapore.
fits everyone. Okay. Another question, Terry. Why should I choose an executive condominium over a private property?
Okay, no. There are a few ways when you look at it. Private condominium, I've shared earlier in the presentation, that private condominium, if you own a pre-existing property, ABSD applies, second loan apply, okay? And then the entry price may be higher than an executive condo. But then for executive condo, there's no ABSD. So I'm not subjected to ABSD, I'm not subjected to the second loan qualification. And then the entry price is very low. Imagine, right, in future, if you buy a 1.3 million 4-bedder versus a 1.5 million 4-bedders, right? After 5 years, after 8 years, and both were to put up into the market to sell, you notice that our potential upside is better because our purchase price is our selling price is the purchase price of other projects. So EC is always the better bet.
Yeah, that's true.
And another thing, let me continue one more, is for buyers who are thinking of buying BTO and EC. You see, after ECs, after you stay for 10 years, 20 years, are you able to downgrade and buy HDB? You're eligible to. You can buy HDB, no problem.
All right, thank you, Terry. Okay, we got a question for Wilson. But I think he has answered it already, but maybe we'll just ask him again. Wilson, if I were to lock into your package right now, will the price change during construction or even after the TOP or Piermont Grand?
Right.
Yeah, that's the question, Wilson. You have just answered lah. Yeah, well, if I were to lock into the package right now, will the price change?
The price won't be changed because we have actually tied up with all our supplier and contractor. In fact, they are very sincerely to support this event. So of course, the first come first serve will be good enough, right? So that's why we're there to say that if today everyone can make a decision, right, and you will save a lot of money because not only that, because we are custom a 20,000 house for everyone here, and also we'll lock the price until TOP. Yeah, but because we have our own designer, own owner, and own carpenter, so we can control our own price. We don't actually depend on others. So this is why we are most confident. Thank you.
Okay, so it's all in one, huh? Okay. All right, thanks, Wilson. Okay, so I think that kind of sums up all the questions that are being asked. And this brings us to the end of the webinar. Thank you once again, Terry and Wilson, for sharing in great detail on what we can do for space planning when we purchase a unit here in Piermont Grand. And also thank you to all listeners for tuning in. We hope that you have gained some key takeaways from today's session. As there is still much more to cover, we encourage you to link up with your OrangeTee and Thai agent for a one-to-one consultation to not only arrange for the personal virtual presentation via Zoom, but you can also do a check on your eligibility as well. So with that, I will end this webinar. Stay safe and take care, everyone.